We're all sitting around having a drink, whiskey or a beer. But when hypothetical questions arrive, the harmony disappears. We call them Barguments, we call them Barguments. Hey, Beth and friends, let's kick one off. We call them Barguments.
Oh, we certainly do. And isn't this a special day? Bert Castro is here. He's the director of the Phoenix Zoo, the CEO, the head honcho, the big guy, and he's got let me say this carefully, a hissing cockroach with him. Is it going to hiss?
I've got several hissing cockroaches, and I think they're hissing, but
Ooh,
can you hear that?
Yes. I thought that was you at first.
So they do that when they're mad, they do that when they're alarmed, and they do 2 types of hisses when they're breeding.
Oh.
So they have 4 different types of hisses.
Just like people.
Yeah.
Sounds like my prom
You should
date.
hear the hisses I do. No, never mind.
I was going to ask. I'm glad you brought. Well, would you like to let us know what yours sound like?
Later.
Oh, thank goodness Bert has a good sense of humor. And now, lots of stuff going on at the Phoenix Zoo. You were saying this weekend is play and prowl and play?
Prowl and play this Friday and Saturday from 6 to 9:30. Members can get in for $6, non-members for $8. It's just a great time to come out in the evening and have a wonderful time with your family and friends.
All right, and see all the animals and what they do nocturnally.
You can. You'll see a variety of different animals. We'll have animal encounters, really neat inflatable water slide and camel rides and all sorts of good stuff.
Now, Josh, the animal guy, is here, and what's Josh got right there on his gloved hand?
Josh has got this very, very cool burrowing owl. It's a little bitty owl, very small. They're found here in the desert throughout the western part of the United States and Canada down through Central America. And they're kind of associated with animals that dig holes, prairie dogs and ground squirrels. And when they leave, they kind of inhabit those holes. So they spend a lot of time on the ground. The interesting thing about them is that if you walk up on them, they can make a sound like a rattlesnake to kind of scare you off.
Wow. Think he'd do that here, or probably not? He's not down on the ground.
Probably not going to do that here.
Now
He's
walk
pretty
up on him,
comfortable.
Beth.
Yeah.
See what happens.
He is rather comfortable. Marty's taking some film of him right now, and the owl is actually looking at the camera like he's in some kind of Alfred Hitchcock movie or something. It's very touching.
Are the eyes spinning counterclockwise? Or?
They are an endangered species.
Whoa, look
of
at the
owl.
way that
Yeah.
head turns.
He
That's
heard me
amazing.
say something.
Yeah.
Like, what's
I
going
don't think
on
he
over there?
likes you, Chad. Look at the way he's looking at you.
I've had my problems with owls over the years.
So, Bert, what animal would make a good spouse?
What animal would make a good spouse?
This is part of the Barguments, fun Barguments questions.
I think a female lion would make a good spouse.
Really?
And the reason being is the female lions do all the hunting, they do all the hard work, and the male just gets to sleep 18 to 23 hours a day.
It sounds like humans.
Exactly.
We go to the grocery store. We do the vacuum. I'm kidding. You know what? My husband brought back some beautiful photographs of lions when he was in Africa with your trip, and they're beautiful animals. They really are.
Were there any scary moments being around all of the wild animals in Africa?
You know, there were a couple of moments we were close to some elephants that got a little, you get a little nervous, but it wasn't too bad.
They're kind of
We're in a
big, those
closed-
elephants.
They
you know?
are. They're
Yeah.
huge.
What's your best animal impersonation? Speaking of that,
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Beth has one if you don't.
would you like to hear my elephant?
Yes.
Wait. I have to lick my lips.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait. Oh boy, that's an elephant with a prop. Oh boy.
They scared the
I
owl.
scared the owl.
He thought there was an elephant
Toy of
coming.
the owl.
Oh.
He almost hurt his rattlesnake.
Well, that's an elephant
I
with
can
a
do
throat
a pretty
problem.
good chimp call, but
Oh,
that
let's
would be
hear it.
very, very loud, and I think I would scare.
Well,
Chad.
oh boy, it's
Yeah.
already done.
Yeah,
Keep
he's-
it away from on this side of the room. He's already upset. Which person from the past would you most like to have been able to make love to?
To make love to.
Yes, Bert.
Oh,
to
my
make
wife is
love
gonna be
I know
listening
she
to
is,
this.
and she's a lovely woman. I've met her, but let's pretend she's not listening. From the past, somebody who's no longer with us, so that doesn't count.
Somebody from the past who's no longer with us.
Mine's King Charles II. My husband knows this, though.
King Charles II?
Is that your answer?
No, that's not my answer.
Wait, we've already entered your answer, and we cannot
I'm
take
sorry,
that back.
It's too late.
Okay.
How about Cleopatra? Marilyn Monroe?
Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, that'd be great.
Crazy Mary Lincoln. No?
No, not her.
Bert, you're a very good sport. And we thank you. By the way, what is this that we're drinking on the rocks? It looks like Bailey's Irish Cream.
So this is amarula, and it's from the marula tree in Africa, and it's very similar. It's a liqueur, very similar to Bailey's. But the interesting thing about that is that the amarula tree drops its fruit, and the fruit ferments, and the animals eat it, and you see a lot of drunk
animals?
Really?
elephants and baboons and all kinds of things.
Explains those late night texts I was getting from my husband from Africa.
He was taking a nap
sure
under
it was
the
the
Amarillo
Amarula.
tree.
That's his story.
That's
Bert Castro, thank you for being here. Don't forget, it's Play and Prowl or Prowl and Play?
Prowl and Play.
Prowl and Play this weekend at the Phoenix Zoo. They have all kinds of great things going on there. And be a member. Support our local zoo. It's just a great place. And thanks for coming in. Also, Josh, the animal guy. And Chris, the bartender. Is that correct? Yes. All right. All right. We'll be back.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.